Sam, trip up to Wroxham today, 1-0 loss. Reflection on the game?
Yeah, difficult one. Difficult one to obviously take with the defeat. The first half we weren't great. Didn't do obviously as you can probably see behind me. The pitch isn't ideal for anyone, but it's the same for both teams, so that's not an excuse. We didn't quite do the things that we've been working on. We didn't shift the ball quickly enough. Our touch wasn't quite crisp enough, and just sort of resorted to playing things straight and playing things long at times because it was the easy. We perceived it was the easier option. It didn't quite work, so changed it up a little bit coming out second half. And I was really pleased with the character and how we came far more back into the game in the second half in terms of pinning the. So the opposition had to change their system. We pinned them back. They sat very deep. We weren't quite the only sort of bit that hasn't quite worked in the second half. We didn't quite create that clear-cut chance for us to take and get a goal back. If we'd have shown that fight and desire second half in the first half, then obviously we don't come away with a 1-0 defeat. But no, it was far more positive second half. Pleased with that. Obviously learned about the opposition, and we'll take that into the next game against them.
You touched on there. Second half, we look like a whole new team compared to how we came out in the first half. Of course, we've had 2 weeks off. Do you think that comes into anything when?
Yeah, this stage of the season is always bitty with like postponements and different bits and pieces, people going on cup runs and it not quite always being fluid in terms of the games that are played. But yeah, had played in a little bit, and that maybe showed in a slow start. But we could have dealt with it a little bit better as well. However, as I say, I was really pleased. The second half came out, we did look like a different side. We changed the system slightly, but I think the way we were confident on the ball, and we showed a lot more belief and desire in that second half compared to the first one. Shifted the ball well, created opportunities, not quite the clear-cut opportunities, but created so much more, and we've ended up pinning them back, and they've had 11 players behind the ball at times, and also it's hard to break down with a low block like that. But yeah, I was pleased with the reaction, pleased with some individual performances. We'll look to try and build from that going into next week.
Yeah, you touched on it there. Second half. Anything particularly said at half time, or was it just? Yeah,
we were a little bit too we're probably a bit too pepped up, I think, and there's going to be mistakes made out on this pitch like this, and when those mistakes happened, I don't think we reacted in the right way, and that sort of then reverberated around the side, and we sort of just reflected on that a little bit at half time, changed it. It was very calm at half time in terms of, because we had, while saying that about the first half, there was opportunities that we could have really exploited in the first half. We didn't quite do that with the final pass or the touch not just quite being there, but yeah, in terms of that, we just reflected a little bit. Girls came out. Yeah, it was completely different, as you say. We looked solid at the back. We played through the thirds really well. Just didn't quite happen right in the penalty area. There's probably a penalty shout first 10-15 minutes that, I say a shout, it should have definitely been given. If that changes the game, those moments change the game, but you never know. But as I say, we didn't quite create that clear-cut chance, unfortunately.
Move on to the next game now. How important is it that the girls carry on how they play in that second half and follow it through to the season?
No, hugely. I mean, we should take confidence from this second half. We should take confidence. We're playing Haringey next week, who we beat a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, they don't want to come out and get revenge against us, so we have to be aware of that. But it's about moving forwards now and ensuring that we pick up points where we need to pick up points to consolidate our place in this league. We're well aware of the challenge and the task that is ahead of us, but we're confident, and we need to show that and reflect in our performances, and most importantly, not only reflecting performances, but reflecting the results.
Thank you, Sam.
Cheers, mate.